What all we have seen about customer, we know that to be a customer, one should have an account, then he should be properly introduced, because then only a banker will get protection under section 131 of Negotiable Instruments Act for collecting of check or any other instrument. Then number 3, a single transaction is not sufficient, you should have a series of transactions. These are the vital, essential features for a person to become a customer of the bank. Now all this was very good till 2002. 2002 came and Reserve Bank of India came with an earth-shaking definition of a customer. As I told you in the beginning, there is in no act, there is a word, the customer has been defined. 2002 came as part of KYC, as part of money laundering, anti-money laundering exercise. KYC instructions were given by Reserve Bank of India. In Reserve Bank of India, for the first time, defined who is a customer. In the earlier understanding of who a customer, first a customer should have an account, then he must be properly introduced, and he must have a series of transactions. These are the 3 essential ingredients. All these things have been turned turtle, and a totally different view was given by Reserve Bank of India under the KYC norms. Now let us look at the beautiful definition of Reserve Bank of India, which has become essential because times are changing. Now the first aspect of the definition given by Reserve Bank of India under KYC norms in 2002 is that first aspect is a person or entity that maintains an account or has a business relationship. Who is a customer? A customer has an account and he need not also have an account. It is sufficient he has a business relationship. Even that fellow is included as customer. Suppose there is a company which is regularly giving its check or drawn on other bank and taking a demand draft or remittance facility from a bank. There is a company. It is having its account with some town, some other town. This company regularly goes to a bank and gives its check drawn on that another bank, say Canara Bank, some town, and asks this bank to make remittances based on that check. Even though without an account, a banker can undertake this because, sometimes to give customer service. Here there is no account. Earlier, this customer will not be treated as a customer because he must have an account. Then only he will become a customer. But under the revised definition of customer, as per the KYC norms of Reserve Bank of India, it is not necessary a person should have an account. It is sufficient he has a business relationship with the bank. That is the first reversal. Then, one on whose behalf the account is maintained, he also will be deemed to be a customer. What is this? Let us look at it. Let us say there is one child which is affected by autism or some stunted growth or something like that. The parents of the child or the grandfather of the child, he has created a trust, appointed a trustee, some 4 or 5 persons. He has given 2 crores deposit in that account. Now who are the persons who are going to sign as a trustee? The 1, 2, 3, 4 trustees are going to open a trust account. Will the child anywhere come to the bank and sign? No. So who is the customer for this case? On whom the bank should make basic verification? The bank should verify about the trustees. Who are the trustees? A, B, C, D. These are the trustees who have opened the account on behalf of the autism affected or mentally retarded child. Now, according to this definition, not only this A, B, C who are the trustees who are customers of the bank, but the beneficial owner of this account, namely the autism affected or the mentally retarded child, for whose benefit this account has been opened is also a customer, even though he might not have visited the bank, he might not have signed anything in the bank, because his weal and welfare must be properly looked after by the bank. The bank should ensure that the purpose for which the trustees are receiving the money is properly used for the benefit of the child. This is possible only when you include the child also as a customer. So not only the account holders who sign the check, but also the beneficial owner of the account automatically becomes a customer under the latest definition of Reserve Bank of India, even though this person might not have signed, might not have visited the bank. Even then the bank should consider him as a customer. There are some professional bodies or professional persons like chartered accountants, lawyers, stockbrokers and all. There may be a stockbroker who opens a bank account for and on behalf of his two customers, a husband and wife. They are having account with the stockbroker. A stockbroker is opening the account on behalf of the two husband and wife who are investing the money in the stock market through the stockbroker. Only the stock, earlier what used to happen, only the stockbroker will come, the share broker will come, and the share broker will be properly introduced, the account will be opened. Now you cannot stop with that. You have to look into the persons who are the ultimate beneficiaries of the transactions. You must also do KYC on them. You cannot stop doing KYC only with this stockbroker, and you have to extend your KYC verification to the beneficiaries also, who are the account holders of that account holder. Or I take another instance of a lawyer. A lawyer gets money from the court to be handed over to some X, Y, Z. That money is in the account of the lawyer, but the beneficial owner is X, Y, Z. So a bank should not stop with doing KYC only for the lawyer. It should also extend its KYC to the beneficial owner, the beneficiaries of the transaction. And the fourth part of the definition, any person or entity connected with a financial transaction which can pose significant reputational or other risk to the bank, say a wire transfer or issue a high value demand draft, as a single transaction. Earlier we saw a person cannot become a customer by making a single transaction. There has to be a series of transactions. Now this has been turned upside down. Even if a person does a single transaction, if that transaction is sufficiently to create huge risk for the bank, then even with a single transaction, that person is a customer, and on whom the bank has to do KYC verification. I will give you an example. There was one person, one tailor, and this tailor opened a current account with a bank, and the first transaction was he remitted in his current account some 5 crores and then remitted the entire 5 crores in one single transaction to somebody who happened to be a terrorist. So even though there is only one single transaction of remittance in this account, this customer, a bank cannot stop, bank has to do KYC on him also. Therefore, our earlier understanding of a definition of customer, he should have an account that has been overthrown. You need not have an account. It is sufficient if you have a business relationship. Even then the bank should do customer KYC verification. Then the second aspect of it is not only the customer but also the beneficial owner. Then the third aspect of it is a customer should have series of transactions. That is also overthrown. Then what happened to introduction? Reserve Bank has very clearly told there is no introduction necessary. If the bank does KYC norms properly, introduction is completely dispensed with. All the three aspects of the definition of customer, namely introduction, number two, the necessity to have an account, number three, need to have a series of transactions, all these have been overturned by Reserve Bank of India by its earth-shaking definition of customer. This is a very dangerous definition. The Reserve Bank of India has expanded the scope of the definition of customer. Even a person who does not have an account, if he is making a single transaction, if that transaction is sufficiently large enough to cause a risk for the bank has to make KYC for him. You cannot accept. Suppose a tailor comes and makes a remittance of 5 crores. You cannot blindly accept. Every transaction that goes through the bank account, the bank must do KYC properly, and it has expanded the scope very large. And all banks in their operations have to understand this definition of new definition of customer and have to build sufficient systems and procedures and awareness among people so that they are doing proper KYC verification for not only the known customers but also the perceived customers who are the beneficiaries, who are the persons for whom these transactions are made. And a banker, a customer need not have an account to become a customer. A mere business relationship is sufficient. He need not have a series of accounts. A single transaction is sufficient if it is going to endanger the bank's position. So this definition is a very dangerous definition insofar as a bank is concerned, because it puts a large amount of responsibility on the bank, and the bank has to be very cautious and must be aware of its responsibilities, because if you don't do it, you will not only not get protection, you will also be held responsible under Prevention of Money Laundering Act.